the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th Gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus vortex flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the LG Ultragear presents Esports Gauntlet Season 4, powered by Crucial, with our gaming partners being Intel. Intel delivers the best gaming value by delivering the best overall gaming experience. Follow the hashtag Game with Intel to find out more about exactly what they're up to. And if you want to look fly, if you want to look clean like me, you gotta get yourself a jersey, and you can get it from none other than our apparel partners at 656. It's your boy Preston on the hot seat once again with my main man, Universal Studios or Universe. And now he's looking clean as well on his end, with the suit and everything, because today we do have the lower finals for you, ladies and gentlemen. The people who are gonna win here are gonna have a second chance in redemption and send themselves up to the decider finals to see exactly who's gonna be crowned to be the victor, or possibly get sent back down to where they belong on the second place position. We never really know what to expect from both of these teams, because Team Snakes versus Reckoning, this is gonna be a hot team.
Yeah, this definitely is going to be a very, very interesting match. I think having expected Reckonings and Snakes to come all the way down here, kind of like a story that was left untold in the group stages. These two teams were supposed to be facing off each other as the two teams who were unbeaten in their respective group. And in the end, the match did not happen. But it seems like it's only fate that they meet again in the lower bracket finals, where one of them knocks out the other to go into the lower bracket final. And this is all it's come down to. Team Snakes and Reckoning, the two teams who have come in from the same group, are looking to try and make this work for them, get a spot in the finals, face off Enigma Gaming, who are already very comfortably sitting there. This is a huge, huge matchup, possibly the most important for either one of these teams in the recent past.
Settle down over towards the MVP standings and see exactly what the players are up to, because you gotta remember something, Universe. It's pretty rough when you consider that we're gonna be seeing the MVP standings pretty much for the last 2 times. It's all done. Pretty much it's all over. This is the last time we're gonna be seeing this, other than I do believe when we're gonna be having our finals. Rawfuel at the very top, and all of these other players, Paradox and Knight Rider, they're no longer even relevant, with Smoga being the only one who can possibly edge out. And if he gets 2 MVPs here, he's going to be able to, not even 2, he just needs 1 MVP to shoot himself up to that second position and just dethrone Paradox immediately.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be, a very individually contested game. While we do have only Smoker, who's going to be performing today in the top 4, we should not forget that Shooter's right around the corner, and he is also one of the most talented players. He is so beautiful with the way he plays that jet. It's not just about his explosiveness as a player who plays the operator, but it's also with his rifling skills, the way he maneuvers around the map. He creates space for his team. Shooter's just an all-rounded, well-established jet. But it's going to be a heavy competition. If it's going to be just one man performing, neither team is going to have a good time today. It has to be all 5 together on either side performing. And even if one step goes the wrong way, both these teams have the ability to make the other team pay for it. So let's see how it all goes down.
Settle down over towards the brackets and see exactly what their journey has been like to reach to this point. And with everything that is going on down through, it's gonna be one of those matches that you really don't want to go that far on, because you know for a fact that Team Snakes, they've been going through a lot of different problems, and they've been suffering a little bit from the inconsistency issues that you have been noticing them have, especially with Shooter, because Shooter's performances have been a little bit on the up and down from time to time. But when he performs, man, that guy knows how to get himself on towards the server. That you can already see Team Snakes versus Reckoning. Whoever wins here will be facing off against True Rippers, and True Rippers, they're raring for a second chance to go up against them, because of after what happened in their own upper bracket run, it felt as though True Rippers, they didn't take the match against Enigma that seriously, and they were making very rookie level mistakes that you really don't expect coming out of such a high caliber team. And
Indeed.
now that they're down here, now that they've been humbled, now that they had a chance to redeem themselves, let's see how they're going to be able to do it and who's going to be the one to go up against them. But first of all, let's check out Team Snakes and see exactly what they have in store for us as we head on down over into their teams.
Well, what these teams are going to be showing us is not just individual brilliance today. We're going to have to see a lot more teamwork come in. This is a matchup that I think we all missed, and it is, itching to be a very good matchup given the stature of the stakes that are up today. Lower bracket finals, losers go home, nothing to do anymore. The winners go ahead to the lower bracket finals and at least secure themselves a third place finish. And Team Snakes look like the team to do it. They have had a pretty good, solid run in the lower bracket since they've been relegated here. But I honestly believe that this team has quite a bit of, elegance to their play. I think their strats are a little bit more rounded off than Reckoning just because of the experience that they have. I would say the Team Snakes are a lot, better in terms of how they have team executes coming in. But at the same time, when I do talk about it, Reckoning have slowly grown into this, unit where it was individual brilliance that got them through at first, but now they've learned how to move around it. They've learned how to maneuver their techniques of their individual players to use themselves as a rebound point for the other person of the same team to make something else happen. And that kind of gives Reckoning this stature of the one underdog that you cannot mess with. And slowly they're getting out of that underdog spotlight as well. They're coming into the light of the being one of the big names.
That is for certain, especially when you consider how they've been playing. But then again, the side of Team Snakes, they always have that one highlight player every single time. So let's head on down over onto their player spotlight, given to us by Crucial, of course. And it's going to be none other than Soulmate. And I think that Soulmate is the literal MVP for the team when it comes down to every single one of their matches. Soulmate and his performances on the Reyna, on the Viper, on the Sova, if he has to be put on something, this guy knows how to frag and he knows how to support his team. But this man single-handedly changed the rounds where he shouldn't even have an opportunity to do anything. 1v4s, 1v5s, 1v3s, doesn't matter where you put him in. He's always going to be able to perform, and that shows in his statistics. 296 kills, 221 deaths, 83 assists, and a 226 ACS. This man is on fire on his own accord. But then again here, Universe, you're talking about a flex player who has this good of a stat range.
Yeah, I mean, he has played, Duelist Soul multiple times. That's exactly why we see the Reyna standing next to him. He's just absolutely brilliant. I still remember one of those games where I think he dropped a 30 bomb all by himself, carried his team to a victory. It was on Icebox, I presume, but I don't remember who it was against, but it was a brilliant individual showcase of aim and classic Reyna gameplay. But hey, supporting him are his teammates, but who's got on the other side? Let's go to RGE, who are going to be playing against this, tyrant of a team. And these youngsters have quite, excitingly made themselves a name that a lot of people would say is, the one team that you can see defeating the top dogs. And Reckoning stand true to that multiple times. They came very close to beating Enigma. They were very close. If they had finished off that second map, it would have been completely all over. But here we are, lower bracket finals. They've had a very good match before this one. They beat the opponents, comfortably. And now they're facing off against the one team that they missed playing out on against in their own group. Now, what other way to end this?
Let's head on down over towards the player spotlight for the side of Reckoning, given to us by Crucial. And it's going to be none other than Pixels, and Pixels being on the highlight is pretty standard. I do believe this is the battle of the controller because I have seen Soulmate play on the Viper quite often for maps such as Split, and on Icebox, depending on who's playing that day, he does switch in and out. And with all of these factors coming into play, Pixels, he's a very consistent player. Honestly speaking, I think he's just the backbone of the entire roster. He knows how to defend the site, he knows how to anchor in, and the fact that he has that tendency of just being that iron wall for the team, that just puts him in the best possible spot. The way that he plays the Omen and the way that he plays the Viper, man. I think that his Viper is just the cleanest that I've seen in so long out of any of the other teams. And that's why I really do believe that Reckoning, they have an opportunity to be the number one in our region. But then again, they need to humble themselves quite heavily for it as well. In a way, all of these are young talents. Every single one of them, they know that they're incredible at the game. They know for a fact that they have endless amounts of potential, but they haven't really tapped into it and they have not yet built up a discipline to do so. And I really do believe that the maps are going to showcase exactly that. So let's head on over towards the map video screen and see if the Side of Reckoning, they have done their homework and if the maps that they have picked up to go up against their opposition hold any merit or demerit to what they've been working on. And with the first initial map being Bind, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a change because Bind is one of those maps where you just, hold your W key and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think that Reckoning are gonna have a little bit of an easier time on Bind, while Icebox is not really something that they usually go for. But Team Snakes have gotten it under their guard, and I think that Haven was banned out by Team Snakes in particular, so that it doesn't end up being one of the maps that being played. I think because of the fact that Reckoning are actually pretty damn good on Haven as well, and that's exactly why the decide has come down to Ascent, which might give Reckoning a bit of a nightmare. If it goes back to the haunting day when Enigma completely shattered them across the entire map. And if Team Snakes are able to, recreate that, then on third map, we might see, Reckoning splitting up themselves again. But I think the one thing they need to be focusing on is trying to finish this as a 2-0, which is actually very difficult because they might pick up Bind. I do not expect them to pick up Icebox. And Ascent is a matter that I honestly have no opinion about just yet. But I still think that when Ascent, and if it does come, it is going to be Team Snakes in the advantage thanks to the momentum that they would have picked up from Icebox. Or, if the teams just want to throw everything that we're going to be saying off, if Snakes pick up Bind and Reckoning pick up Icebox, then also I would say that Ascent is again something that Team Snakes would be a little bit more comfortable upon.
Consider how the map pool is looking for them in this current situation. It is not really favoring the different aspects of how Reckoning because Reckoning as a team, I would primarily say they like a little bit more control. But this is difficult because Reckoning as a team, they have a very chaotic playstyle where they're able to make sense out of any single situation. But on the other side, Team Snakes, are a team that does really well against very systematic plays. If you play very slow, if you play very tactical against them, then Team Snake can easily run you down over because of the way that they play. They know how to position themselves properly to stop any form of slow defaults that you can have, any sort of smart plays that you do. They will catch on to it and they will start adapting. But what they cannot do is to try and stop a lot of these fast execution heavy rushes that are employed by Reckoning. And I really hope that Reckoning brought their A game when it comes down to that. That needs proper communication and that needs flawless shot calling from your IGL and of course the person who does the shot calling during those high octane intense situations where you just do those mid-round calls and immediately do a rotation or maybe switch out your strategies and ask for utility on certain aspects of the map. Now, Bind is one of those maps where communication is key. Will they be able to match up to that, though? That's the real question.
Well, let's see if it does go there. Forgive me, it does go to Ascent because that's exactly I think what I'm more excited about to see whether or not Reckoning are going to be able to pick up a map here. It's not about points. It's not about anything that you get by winning one map. You need to win all of what comes in front of you, and that is going to make it a very very difficult situation because we've seen this before against teams that are able to hold on their durability until three maps, like someone like Enigma. Reckoning have had rather a little bit of a difficult time. I don't know what exactly it is what that gets to them in that third map, whether it's a little bit of the fatigue, or is the uh, getting a little too much out of very little, but trying to overthink, maybe read a little too far. Whatever it is, we're gonna have to try and figure out what exactly Reckoning are gonna be doing, because they need to keep their calm in the first two maps. The first map, I don't think they're gonna have a problem. Bind is gonna be, rather easily attainable for them, at least on their defensive half, which is absolutely spot on. And I think that Team Snakes are the ones that need to make a difference happen on their defense, because if they don't get a minimum score of 8-4 on their first half, Reckoning are gonna pounder them into oblivion in the next half.
That is for certain. Map Bind, it's gonna be a pretty difficult one, but at the same time, it's okay. Because first of all, we really do need to consider what the team compositions are gonna look like. Bind has slowly shifted over towards the double deals meta once again, especially with the recent nerfs to Viper. Viper has not really been one of those pickups that has shown a lot of merit in that regard, but it's okay because you can just build upon that. There's of course the chamber being picked up quite a lot more often because chamber is just incredible. You have to, because it's the way that your teleporters play. You can play on both sides. You can be that emergency rotate whenever there's a fast rush coming on A or B, and your to the force just changes everything. One headhunter, one to the force, and you can completely sway an entire eco round in your favor if you have the mechanical capabilities for it. And we know for a fact that both of these teams, they have mechanical gods on their side who know exactly how to utilize those abilities to the best of their own capabilities. But then again, sorry for the delay here, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a little bit of trouble from the side of the teams. We're trying to sort everything out and make sure the players are perfectly set up and ready before we do head on down over to the match. But we've been talking about the map of Bind a lot. Let's talk a little bit more about Icebox, because I really do believe that Icebox will be a little bit more of an interesting affair, because considering what has been happening in the other regions when it comes down to other tournaments and the way that NA has been playing it. Yesterday, I did watch Guard versus C9, and it left a gaping hole in my heart because I was rooted for Guard, of course, but then again, I expected C9 to take one map, and the map of Icebox was a little bit of a question mark for me, and it really did pique my interest because the match went to a 17-15 scoreline, if I do remember correctly, yesterday. And the main composition that was picked up by the Guard was an Omen and a Viper. So a double controller setup on the map of Icebox. Now, I really want to ask you this question for Universe. Do you think that double controller is a very viable strategy? Because personally, in my eyes, I believe that double controller is incredible because of the way that Omen can be played now. Omen's teleports are a lot faster, his smokes are a lot faster, and you can go in for a lot more aggressive plays through the use of your Sova. And Sova utility just allows you to free up the entire map and allows the Omen to have that pseudo flash to work with. For example, when you throw out a dart, you know it acts like a flash. And the Omen can use that moment of confusion to just throw himself into the fray with the teleport. And because of the teleport being way faster, you can get a freebie kill out of it. There's a lot of interesting plays you can do with this.
I've told this before. I've told this multiple times, and I've I've given so many different values of how the double controller works in a very good way in forms of creating a new meta, but nobody listens to me clearly unless I just happen to have you mention about Cloud9, which is something that honestly I've been thinking about for quite a while. Why is that double controller setup not being given as much value as it should be? Because I honestly believe that a double controller meta with a single initiator, and of course if you want to move around an initiator and a sentinel and a duelist, or if you want to play two initiators and if you want to have one of them play as a back end of it, it can be either the Sova or the Sky, all of which is debatable. Let's for now go with agent selection. If the double controller does come up for reckoning, which usually does, let's find out if it is going to stick in this time. Agent selection is up, ladies and gentlemen. This is for their life in the tournament. Pixels has already picked up the Viper, which is something that I know Aggressive really loves. Shooter's gone for the Jet, of course, we know it. Deadly sticking to his own best character on Bind, the Jet. Last time he played on this map, he absolutely caused havoc. I think it was about 28, 29 kills, I think he had. Yeah, about 29 kills. And he had a KD ratio of almost 3 or 4, I believe. Whatever it is going to be a double controller on either side. You can see it. King is gone for the chamber, so that I think is going to be one differential between the both teams. It's going to be a double initiator against a single initiator, and King playing the Sentinel. Now, this is interesting compositions from the side of Snakes. I would have thought that King was going to be the one to play the Sova and HSB on the Sky, which is actually kind of what they usually go for. But it looks like King has found himself comfortable with the teleporter, man.
See how this all plays out. You can see the composition being pretty much what we expected, but what I did not expect is the KO pickup to come through from Smoker.
I mean, he's been doing it for pretty much every single game now. He has been playing that KO for quite a while, and it looks like he is in the meditation form. I want to pick up the Astra for that. Well, the one thing that I am going to have a little bit of concern about Reckoning in this map is that they've faced off a lot of people on the map of Bind, but they haven't faced Team Snakes in a long time. They were supposed to do that in the group stages, and maybe they could have gotten an idea as to how exactly they established themselves, unless they've, had, their games reviewed, watched their previous matches, whatever it is. If those things have been done, then for sure they'll have some sort of studying going into this, thanks to, their coach. But Team Snakes are very unpredictable at times, and their individual capabilities go far beyond what exactly are set strats achievable with. Let's find out how exactly it's all going to go down, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the lower bracket semi-finals here. There's Kaushi, who is being a little bit of a demon, wants to give the horns to the opponent.
There's no early B-long rush here just yet. Taking it slow, taking it steady. And I like this, actually. You're trying to feel out the map, but then again, Deadly. Okay, first good shot. Straight up, shooter. Didn't even know what hit him there. Instantaneous first kill, but then again, they cannot get overly confident here. They cannot enter the B side just yet because there was a 3-stack down over onto that end. Bad Love spotted out another player. He just needs to run away, but he gains the information. There's 3 players holding from inside of the B side. That just means it's a wraparound. They don't have to worry about anything here. Just take it slow. Go back, hit the A side, but then again, Soulmate is still waiting for you and waiting for you to enter this cross.
Smoke's being put down. There's a lot of control thanks to the controllers that they have. But here's Soulmate standing alongside King, and they're going to be blinded. A great flash from Smoker. Does not get the second kill, but Deadly will get one more. There it is, RGE. Putting up a brilliant display here thanks to that double kill that Smoker found, which could have, a single kill that he actually found, and then it was covered up by his teammates, Deadly. Could have gone down really wrong for them if they had allowed Soulmate and King to stick in that corner and find some more kills. Bad Love cleans up the last one. Pistol goes to RGE. Bind starts off well enough for them.
For them to just lose out like that, but then again, Deadly, he's hitting his shots, and you know for a fact when this man is feeling himself this early on in a game, he's gonna carry that momentum through the entire map. I'm kind of worried for all the members of Team Snakes because at this point you have to be shaking in your boots because this one player could easily take you down a couple of pegs here. But King, once again, he's trying to be sneaky, and I love this. The fact that he uses the chamber teleport so proficiently, and he knows exactly what he needs to do to just completely take over an entire matchup. He's making his way down forward, a little bit aggressive on his own accord, but then again, he can't really do out much. Knows for a fact 2 players are holding from inside the long corridor, and Deadly, he may be biting off a bit more than he can chew. Here comes the angle, here comes the fight, and Deadly, he knows he needs to give that up. 3 players, it's time to dip. Head on down over towards the A side where they know for a fact they can get a free pick and possibly a free side. Ooh, I love this.
Corner. He's not being spotted, but he sees a couple of feet moving past him. Soulmate. If he pops out, he gets a free kill, and of course he does. The plant has gone down. Shooter could almost get at one more. He's hoping for it, but his teammate covers up for him. He cannot dash away. Picks up the smoker though. Do cover it up. A decent eco. Getting down the two people that they could have. And with that, RGE, although have won the consecutive round, need to reinvest a little bit. And this is where the side of Team Snakes need to get into the game. 4-buy coming in. Should expect them to win this. The opponents don't really have weaponry of the best choice. But it looks like the age-old strategy that RGE love doing. Sending Deadly into U-Haul and getting him almost a free shotgun kill at times. He's going to be going in straight into it. Should be expected. He falls back, Soulmate. Needs to get away a little bit more. Holding a tight angle. To be careful, expecting a judge. But the A side has already been taken control of. And HSP's eaten a bullet straight to the face. This is going to be a difficult one. King does cover up for him though. Now it's a 4v5.
They know the angles they need to fight. Soulmate spots out Bad Love before you can run away from that one. And yeah, it's just about the cleanup duty. One by one, they're gonna fall. And even with this lurk, I don't think it's gonna do anything. They smell it out. HSP's positions. It's gonna be given away. Rio's gonna be good for one with a shock dart, but that's it. Not much that you can do. 1-2. With that, here comes the comeback for the side of Team Snakes, but they cannot get way too excited for it. That was just the bonus round. Here's where the buys come in. And with these buys, anything can happen. It's either going to be a complete and utter wipe from all the members of Reckoning, or we're going to be able to see Team Snakes have their second win, force out this round, get to the 2-2 scoreline, force them on an eco, and then possibly get a 3-2. And why do I say possibly? Because I have seen Reckoning pull off so many thrifty rounds at this point, and I never count them out.
Well,
right here.
HSP looking to maybe get a little bit of damage on. Rio's drone is not going to be broken. He spotted out two, probably expecting a third to be around the corner as well. While Smoker has information of one, what he doesn't know is that there's one still on side. They do exchange a couple of bullets. Does not hit either one of them. Actually, King takes just a chunk, and Abdur has already taken out Deadly. That's one guy who's going to create space for them, completely gone. And now RGE need to play this a little bit more conservatively. Talking about conservatives, Soulmate's already done that job for his team towards a shot. Viper's pit is almost impenetrable. That's why Shooter knows it's going to be a little bit of a difficult scenario to watch Showers. They've been covered off. There comes the recon. That's almost perfect, but they take it out just in time. Shooter pulls out 2 kills like it's nothing.
This guy is just built in a different way, but then again, here comes Smoker. Smoker does know one of the angles. Soulmate does get caught out. That's a Viper spin already gone. Line up for 2! Rio! You gotta hit those shots, man! You can't miss those. Now Smoker is stuck in an impossible 1 versus 3. Positions already revealed. One person already pushing through the other end, and Smoker.
Yeah, there's no way he's winning this, of course.
3 different angles, 3 different peaks, and a 2-2 scoreline going in the favor of this other Team Snake. Ouch, that's gonna hurt.
Well, it's a little concerning for RGE to give up. Oh, okay, forgive me. They immediately call a timeout. Alright.
They became a little bit too predictable. I honestly do believe it's not a bad idea that they call this timeout immediately, and the coach is like, it's completely fine. You guys did go in for the same strat twice, mind you. They hit the A side every single time, and they didn't even feel out B in this round in particular. They tried to hold W over onto A, and it really didn't work. Your fast rush heavy tactics are not working against Team Snakes, and Team Snakes, their weakness are the more rush heavy tactics. But what do you do when they don't work? What do you do when your team, or when your opponent, sorry, does their homework on you? You need to switch up.
Oh,
you need
okay.
to play slower.
Well,
And
Koshi is in the news channel. Hi.
at least he's having fun.
This is he. Yo, man, come on.
I respect this guy. Universe, where's your green screen? want to make sure that I see you in the other universe.
Yo, I can't compete with Koshi, man. Koshi is just too good.
You gotta go into space.
I don't think even that calls it up. But right now, Deadly Niten needs to create space, but Shura immediately shuts him down. Smoker eats a bit of damage as it comes through the teleporter, the snake bite. And RGE are quite caught off guard here. They've already lost one of the players who could have done something for them with the Blade Storm. And now they get into a desperate charge towards Hookah. Abdur. Farming. Wow, of course, King just finds that casually spraying through that wall. And at this point, RGE are just dropping numbers without even having to fire upon their opponents.
It's an eco round for them, so you know, just give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't count them out, but you also don't count them in either. Soulmate should be an RP kill for him. Beautiful shots. Spotted out the shoulder, went in for the pre-fire. Didn't even care. Takes out another player. Smoker's gonna go and take a backseat. 3 and 2. Expected from the side of Team Snakes, but then again, Reckoning, you still leave a lot to be desired for. Keep on going, keep the ball rolling on your court, and just try and fix the problems that you're facing. I really do believe that they're playing a little bit too one-dimensional, and they need to try and figure out exactly what kind of strategies they can start to employ here. Because currently, if this is how they're gonna play, they're going down a loophole.
Well, Life does not give away anything, but Soulmate has been heard towards Hookah. HSB is along with them. There goes the null command, but they're stopped in the tracks for another couple of seconds. Soulmate is ready to take that fight while his teammates are running behind. He does not get the kill. Smoker's a little too quick thanks to the stim that he has for himself. Rio finds another good kill. That smoke is actually a little gappy and it allows Shooter for one. Deadly covers up for it. Immediate trade back, and now King on the backstab, looking for a little bit of fun. Gets one, not more. Has damaged the second though, and now he needs to be careful because this round relies on him. Abdur and King double up, and they have thrown Smoker to run away. There's no way he's gonna get in that A. Forgive me, the B side. While he does run towards A, the one thing that's waiting for him there is a trap that's gonna slow him even further. And he is gonna have to try and get this plant desperately down and has absolutely nowhere to escape. Abdur has an idea. They know where the plant is, and now he's been slowed twice. He's gonna run into U-Haul. They absolutely know where he is. There's no chance he's winning this unless I spoke too soon. King sticking it. King does not stick it. And Smoker.
Okay. I thought pros don't fake, man. This guy got caught by 2 traps. He got slowed down twice. He literally ran a stampede down from the side of Lamps, and he still got away with these 2 kills. Hey, Ferrari peeking a corner really does help.
Clearly. Well, let's find out whether or not this Ferrari peak continues for them. Smoker gets lucky once, but is he going to get lucky again with that Ferrari peak? King's already taken him down. Like it happens. Not always going to get your way, and King's already gone back to the defensive lines of his team. A good hold here so far. Know that there's reinforcements at B. 3-man stack here, and they do not need utility for the moment. Hold on to this site. While HSB is trying to clear out Hookah, RGE are still hoping that Pixels is able to find something towards A. He is standing alone, hoping for one person to walk into his crosshair. Soulmate is not going to give him that. He knows better than that. He knows Pixels is that one guy who literally will stand his ground until the end of time. But it looks like time is one luxury that they cannot afford right now. King is going to be the first point of contact. They expect this. He walks through. He gets a bullet. King gets away as well. He's alive for a third.
Oh.
And the spike. Oh, it's actually still there. I thought it teleported away. But RGE have been outplayed here.
This cannot, King. You played that entire matchup such in a textbook fashion. He backed off so that the common angle gets cleared, and he's gonna get a free shot under one. He was able to teleport, mind you, in that very instant, and he will survive through that. Shooter comes in as the backup, and they already know where the last player is. Shooter, you're not even gonna miss that shot, but you'll be fine. You miss out one, you're not gonna miss out on the second. 4 and 3, and them losing only 2 members on such a crucial round, this completely shifts the tides, because now you're the members of Reckoning. They don't have any money to work with. It's done and dusted for them.
Well, the side of Team Snakes are taking control and taking control well. They're holding down RGE to the lines of where they want them to be. They're not pushing on Pixels. He's not being as influential as he usually is, you know, being that Viper. It looks like they have to take matters into their own hands now. HSP being put on a lot of pressure. And he knows that there's people in U-Haul. They've actually given this up, and Pixels trying to be sneaky-beaky. Is waiting for a kill to come in through there, but Soulmate's very aware of his surroundings. He gets a double, and Shooter knows exactly where his opponents are. King will clean him up though. He does not let Shooter get that kill. And Deadly, my friend, with a judge yet again, not the best of strategies. They're reading into this like a book. Beautiful play from the side of Snakes. They are absolutely battering RGE. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure I'm understanding this aggressive, but we've seen RGE actually pull off the same 2 or 3 strategies across the 8 rounds that we've played so far. They're not actually shifting things up. It's either the B side hit leaving Pixels alone towards A, or it's the A side hit direct. That's all it's been so far. They're just playing on time, waiting for something to happen at B with the 4 players that they have, and letting Pixels stay alone outside of A. Otherwise, they hit A head-on thanks to Deadly shotgun pushes, which they expect to yield some sort of, you know, an answer. But nobody from the side of Snakes is giving them that opportunity, and now look at this push.
It's pretty much an utter domination from every single side. And Shooter, he's gonna get a freebie, but I think it's a little bit too soon. Ooh, that whip is gonna be felt for a little while. Not gonna be in a good spot for that long, but then again, you still have the position. People are gonna be rushing you down, and King! Man, Universe, I think that this round is just lost due to whiffs.
No,
no
Soulmate, no, come on.
Yeah, as I said, this round is entirely lost due to whiffs. If they didn't whip those shots, this was an easy round win for them. I like the strategy coming out from Team Snakes. They were able to corral the members of Reckoning into one spot, but Reckoning, they just had the more consistent aim in this round.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, honestly speaking, this was just an aim diff.
Clearly. A flawless run comes in. Thanks to their patience, they were rewarded. A little too aggressive, I believe. Shooter should have had that kill. I think he could have just, you know, when he went in for that push towards A shot, he knew that the Viper Spirit is covering up most of the region. He could have just held a little bit behind with the operator itself. And that would have cut them off so heavily. And they would know that they can't go to the A side. They can't rotate either because Shooter's holding the back turn angle. They would be stuck in that A shot and, you know, just outside of Shower's position. And RGE would have crippled to nothing. But, hey, what's happened.
Yeah. It's like potato, tomato.
Okay, perfectly situated at a position where he cannot be found. Here comes another commando, and that's a perfect combination. He will get away, King. Not going to be too heavily damaged, but here come 2 ultimates to try and get a King. Will take one down. Pixels has revived Smoker, so that's RGE back in control, ladies and gentlemen. Deadly will go on for another bit of his rampage. And with that Viper Spit, RGE are completely in control yet again. How the hell did the side of Team Snakes lose that?
I really do believe it's just because of the in-house. What I really did love was the ultimate cleaning from that. That overall strike completely shifted the pacing of the round. the fact that he used that orbital strike not on the outer edge, not inside of Fuka, but on the outer edges, forcing King out into the open, into the waiting arms of Deadly, who are already pushing in from B long. It was so beautiful. Even though King was able to get that first initial pick off, you can already see that there is no situation in hell where Battle is going to be able to survive that. He took the first initial swing, but opened up the entire site for Deadly, because now he did not need to worry about King anymore, because King needs to back off. And in that situation, you know for a fact that your team is just in absolute disarray. Chaos is everywhere. And Deadly, he thrives in that chaos, and he was able to capitalize on it, get that first initial trade-off onto King, and then immediately put a smoke and swing out onto Abdur. Abdur, he could have backed up a little bit there, but then again, he needed to make a play, otherwise the side was just lost. And there was no way he's going to be able to hold that down, because he already used his orbital strike to stop the rush from coming in from Hookah. The coaches, they did take a pause. They're trying to slow everything down. Blue is telling his team that, good job. You played it smart, you played it well, but you gotta keep up this momentum. Bind is still a heavily defender-sided map. And as soon as the round swap happens, if they're able to get a 7 and 5 for the side of Reckoning, they're gonna be really happy moving on over to the next side.
Well, this is a timeout that should allow the side of Team Snakes a little bit more thinking. And I think that everything that they're going to have so far in their pocket in terms of strategies should work for them perfectly. Bring up forward, shooter, please be careful. Spot out, gets two! And that's what he would have wanted. Gets a third as well. Lightning quick reactions from this man. And he's completely shut down RGE like it's nothing. Timeout works out for them perfectly, and Rio is just about a couple of inches away from walking into his crosshair. He will get a trade-off, but there's a lot more work to be done. Smoker and Rio have been in this kind of situation before, where they've pulled off 2v3s, 2v4s, 2v5s. But right now, the side of Team Snakes is a little bit of a tall order. RGE are looking to maybe get a couple of exit frags and just maybe save that operator if at all they need it. Now going towards B long, and King is waiting in the hopes of getting
30 seconds
at least
left.
one kill and teleporting away, and this should be his. There's one, and there's two. King is gonna get both of them. HSB was right above him to support him as well. 6 and 5, and this is, while a good half so far for the side of Team Snakes, I mentioned this earlier that they need to find at least an 8 and 4 to try and stop these people on their defense, which is exactly what RG waiting for. And yeah, I'm just concerned, man, because even if they find the 7 to 5, the side of RGE are gonna have a little bit of an easier time on the defense thanks to their composition.
Get out of my way.
I think that all of this is gonna play out. It's gonna get even more interesting moving down the line. But Abdur this time around, he's playing with an operator. Is this a double op setup from the side of Team Snakes?
Yep. It's a triple op setup. We've even got King with a tour de force. While he is actually running a little too close to fire here, Pixels finds him. This guy finally gets his
Oh my god.
spot in the spotlight. Yeah, shooter's just absolutely relentless. A 1-for-1 trade here. But HSP's got an operator himself as well. They got 4 operators.
Yeah, they're just like, doubling up on the old weapons. They're like, oh, you want to rush us? Don't worry about it. I'll take you out with an op, pull out my rifle, and make sure to kill the rusher with me.
Soulmate. There goes one ultimate though, and here's Deadly, just rushes in, finds a kill.
That was really stupid. Oh my god, he's
Shooter.
going in, boy! No! Oh, he's still going in! Shooter with the 3K. He's looking for his fourth. Here comes the final player. Rio, you're dead. Shooter, he has the phone number, calls you up, goes into the fire, but he doesn't really care because his buddy Abdur's gonna be there to get that final.
Switching sides.
Shooter, my god!
That shot onto Deadly was one of the craziest I've seen. The reaction on that, aggressive to hit that. And then the follow-up with Badlov's kill as well. This man is clearly on fire today. While he did step on some of it, I think he made it his own. Shooter. Holy damn. This guy has come to play.
Scam has also gotten out of commission because of that. That play was insane. The way that he was able to just entry down over onto his side and going for a retake with an operator, mind you. He's feeling himself. My oh my. Are both of the Jets just absolutely holding down the Cyclones. This is well done.
Revealing area.
Because of the 7 and 5, they go into their own attacking half with a little bit more of a comfortable lead, but once again,
My
Shooter
ult's not ready.
swings out and constantly goes in for this first initial one tap. He gets away with murder every single time. And I really do believe that Shooter, he got his revenge. You gotta remember, on the first initial pistol round, it was a kill on the back end. And Reckoning, you're giving up space like that? Hey, Pixel's gonna
boy.
get it back.
Pixels, he does pull it back and he is immediately deleted as well. The side of Team Snakes do have an advantage, but they have no clue that Smokers actually crept in to U-Haul. HSB gets away safely thanks to that smoke, but oh! Shooter could have lost his life and now they know where Smoker is. They know at least one player towards U-Haul. And all they need to do is play for time. It's okay, even if they get detected. Just play for time, play for possession, and Shooter. Oh my god, this guy doesn't miss.
Shooter's on a different tier today. I think he heard me when I said that, oh, Shooter's facing a little bit of an inconsistency problem. He's not been performing as well. And he's like, hold my beer, impressive. Just wait and see what I can. Hold my Red Bull, actually.
Boy, brilliantly done from the side of Team Snake so far. Winning the pistol was the one thing that they needed, and their execution was perfect. While Pixels did slow them down a bit, Shooter's individual brilliance just throws RGE off guard. And now RGE go for that all-out B push. And the A side is exactly where the side of Team Snakes are going. This is the perfect read, but at the same time, a 5-man backstab is still a very difficult thing to handle.
Yeah, they know that the A-side said this has to be a backstab. Everyone's gonna start playing together. They're huddling up towards Lab and HSB. Here comes the army.
Boy.
Here is the horror show that you really don't want to see. But still, hey, the gun's still in their favor. It's completely fine and dandy. Here comes a kiss on the cheek from the side of Pixels, but King is not gonna be having any of that. He takes down 3. And with that, the last player is gonna be Rio. He's on alert. He's trying to hunt down his opposition as fast as he possibly can.
There's no way he's getting out of here.
Yeah, King's gonna get his 4K, and he's that much closer to the force. And you know for a fact, as soon as that chamber can get that ultimate online, all hell will break loose on the server. Plus, you can also build up your economy here. He can give Shooter his gun.
Yep. I think that the one thing that we need to consider so far for the side of Team Snakes is the way that, like you said, Aggressive, that RGE play on control, right? And the side of Team Snakes actually do the same as well. They love playing on that control, but you can clearly see that they're trying to throw the opponents off by actually playing a different kind of game. While information and control is key for both sides, the side of Team Snakes are actually taking a lot more risks, and sometimes with the risks come a little bit of a downfall. Rio's given that to them. Pixels dinks another as well. And while this is a bonus for the side of Snakes, they're looking for some sort of an avenue to work with. Have basically about 3.5 players left. They're able to find at least one kill, pick up an extra weapon, please drop a couple of them if possible. This round will be much of a success, given that the opponents, RGE, are actually not on the best economical situation, are they?
It's rough because you just need a couple of more kills to try and switch everything.
30 seconds left.
Bad Love's not been having the best of games here as well. 1 and 11, he's been having it rough, but his teammates are able to come up to the top and say he's not been able to get a lot of kills. Who's wrong? More just because of one bit of utility.
10 seconds
But
left.
HSB is gonna be able to shut down one, but he's gonna die here anytime soon. Got it off from the back. That's he's gonna be the one to send him to his grave. 9 and 6. And a pretty clean round from the side of Reckoning. Not really much to say other than textbook bind defense. You're playing a double controller and they walked into your utility and you're able to capitalize on top of it. There's nothing that the side of Team Snakes could have done to counteract this.
Yep. Well, while they did try to dismantle them, it wasn't
Yeah,
really
they
too
didn't
much.
bait out their utility enough. They tried to bum rush aside and it ended poorly for them.
Yeah. Now, I am gonna have something to think about, and that is how exactly our Team Snake's gonna be adapting to this. Because now the defense for the side of Reckoning is ready, intact, and in stable position. This is where they thrive the best. And if they win this round, that's going to be giving them a precedent. And the one thing that the side of Snakes need to do right now is win this round, and King actually takes the first step towards it. It gets a free kill, but definitely will trade back in the form of Shooter. The one man who's been causing a lot of trouble has been taken out, but King is still alive. He's on 19 kills and 9 deaths so far. He's locked into the ace side. There he is. He's been spotted. HSB comes in for a trade and he will get it. One smoker goes out. He gets 2. What? Trios killed him. Trios killed his own teammate, and that's brought down the advantage. Oh,
I don't,
man.
What? I'm still amazed that Smoker found that kill. The guy did a perfect roster readjustment. What? No.
Oh, man.
One enemy remaining.
There's no way HSB was getting out of there. Now it's all on to Soulmate. He's trying to play along the lines, but both their opponents are walking together. He's got a bit of a timing on them. He gets one of them. This is all on Soulmate. He brings up the wall, and Soulmate wins the clutch. 10 and 6, and here we are.
He never misses these. Soulmate's one of those players you know for a fact that if he's in this clutch situation, he will never, ever lose this if he has the perfect timing. He already walked out of Lambs, so no one's gonna expect this timing. They were thinking that, oh, maybe Soulmate still has his snake bites and he's gonna play based upon his snake bites. So they were watching from the front entrance of Lambs, but no. Soulmate understanding that, okay, maybe they're thinking that, yeah, I'm gonna play based upon my utility. Why don't I go up for an early lurk, cast them on a timing? He played it risky, but that risk completely played off because he got into the heads of his opposition and read them like an open book. Beautiful play, and that play gives them an advantage, and King, on this round in particular, is going to be able to take down Rio, shutting down the Sova early. So now, what utility do you have to play with? Absolutely.
I mean, they do have Smoker still available, and he's got all of his utility intact, but he's just about a couple of more seconds away from death, I feel. HSB's taking out Bad Love, and that's one more casualty. RGE are falling while Shooter takes a little bit of a hit. He gets away to safety, and there's no way RGE are going back for this. They're not even going to attempt this. They need a save, but Soulmate has other ideas. They know this weapon's going to be coming to be picked up. HSB tries to give a little bit of information for him to play with. Soulmate is just absolutely rendering them useless at this point, and this is Reckoning being torn apart on their map that they consider to be the strongest.
Know for a fact that Team Snakes, they've done their homework. Any strategy being employed by Red Bull is just being read into constantly over and over again. And these type of clutch situations, they're being played on, like, it's impeccable when you think about it. I have no words for this because what can you even do in such a situation? I like the idea of the pause, but it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, given that Reckoning are a team that actually uses their pauses very, very efficiently, they try to stop the plague from coming into their, you know, side of the land a lot faster. But I think that they should have had this pause maybe 2 rounds ago when they were still, you know, 9 and 6 down. Yeah. But I think that the advantage that they were banking upon the fact was they did not take the timeout when that happened, just because of the fact that they won that round just then, and they had come through. Not expecting to lose the next one, they did. Soulmate pulls out a beautiful clutch, and here's a perfectly team executed round from the side of. Yeah, I was just. This guy has avatars upon avatars, and he right now seems to be. I don't know if he's a pirate or is he just.
He's a pirate.
I don't. Is that a pirate's hat or is that?
It's a pirate's hat. He has a goddamn parrot on his freaking shoulder. God damn it, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people have parrots on their shoulders. Doesn't have to be pirates.
You don't have a parrot on your shoulder. You have a parrot.
Exactly. A lot of people can have different things on their shoulders. Let them be.
The side of reckoning the one on their shoulders is a loss, and I do believe that Deadly, he's gonna be the one to switch everything out onto that Pixels. There's a fire here, but instead he's gonna be playing with a little bit of his toxin. A lot of utility has been used to try and get a forward positioning here. Rio, he can miss this shot, but he can't even take it. Shooter, he's just pre-firing these corners, man. He's so good, Shooter. He's getting away with murder.
Come
King,
on.
he's just gonna follow suit one by one. They're gonna drop their bodies, but still Pixels is gonna be able to reconcile.
Well, and there also one more ultimate coming on. Like they already have two, and HSB's taken a bad love. There's absolutely no way he was going to get away from that. HSB was sitting in the teleporter, expecting somebody to come through. And this is match point, ladies and gentlemen. And Pixels has already discouraged himself from going for this retake. He's got no money. He's got nothing to work with. He needs to save his armor and weapon for the next round and hopefully buy in the utility that he has left. Because if he loses his life, it's game over. And it already does seem like it. And this is what I was talking about. While Reckoning do have a very strong bind, it somehow seemed like the control aspect of RGE was completely thrown off guard by honestly what I was looking at in their attack side, 2 to 3 strats that were being constantly reused. And the perfect way to counter that is to be unpredictable into your risky plays, and that's exactly what was done by the side of Team Snakes. They went in for those pushes. They were being so, volatile themselves that RGE couldn't handle it, and the team plays that came in, and of course the individual brilliance of King and Shooter just adding on to what we were seeing as a very big pot of Bhel Puri that was consumed very heartily by the players of Team Snakes.
I feel as though you're speaking a little bit too much from personal experience. What did you eat today, Universe?
I had actually momos. I didn't really have Bhel Puri. No, I had momos. So, I'm healthy like that.
But still, like, that was so specific that I feel as though you had Bhel Puri without me, and I'm sad. Oh no! Oh no! Yep, Shooter, throw out the gymnastics!
Nope.
Gymnastics is not going to be able to save it. Poor old HSB. He's on the receiving end of a lot of hurt as well with his buddy. But then again, it's on a 12-6 scoreline. Match point is already there. And now, going to be looking at a little bit more of a forward push-up. Angles are prime, positions are good, but then again, they're walking into a death trap. There's 3 players on A. And how do you want to execute this? It all depends on Abdur. He doesn't get anything. All the utilities been popped already. They've been slowed down. They wasted time. Rio's gonna be able to get a freebie kill.
Oh, RGE are still holding on. This A setup looks to be a little bit more potent than it was before. 4 people here. They had 3 earlier on. They've already rotated in. And while this is a 3v5, essentially a 2.5v5, Shooter's done 18 HP. He hasn't really shown that his health being low is actually a liability. Goes in, wants to get the kills, but there is no time. And of course, the side of Team Snakes are going to be having to end up saving this round. They have money though, so they're hoping for a couple of exit frags to try and demolish their economy as much as they can. Because letting all 5 of those players be alive on the side of RGE, not really the best of options. Deadly. Nah, come on. Pixels is probably going to lose his life. No! That's 2 people dropping their weapons and they are going to have trouble in the next round.
So this song just immediately started playing in my head. But never mind. on this 12-7 scoreline. Now, they still have enough money to go in for buys for following consecutive 2 rounds. So they don't have anything to worry about here. But for the side of Reckoning, they're still in a pretty tough scenario. Yes, they do have the buys, but do they have an operator in the hands of Deadly? Not really. They're playing.
Oh, oh
How?
shooter.
How, Shooter? These are pixel perfect angles, and you're able to hit these headshots. Come on, man.
The rotations better come in quick. There's one man here, and Deadly's on 2
Not even a
HP.
man anymore. He's a walking
Look at
corpse.
how slow
He's a walking corpse, man.
Oh man. Yeah, it's pretty much over. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You can say GG's because it's a 5 versus 2, and all of them are focused on a shot. And Soul has taken out the penultimate kill. Smoker can only hope for so much. A clutch against the people of this team is almost impossible when it comes to a 1v4. While he's got one, he's looking for more. Smoker's trying to keep himself alive, but the knife comes out, the bullets are over, and so is this game. Team Snakes with a dominant victory.
What's for the side of Team Snakes? They played that beautifully, and Shooter, you just showcased your mechanical dominance. If he whiffs one shot, you know for a fact that he's never gonna whiff anything again. And god damn it, the coach, man.
Yo,
He's
this
making me feel
man.
trippy. Ugh.
Well, that's been pretty much what we've seen, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, an amazingly beautiful game played out by the side of Team Snakes. Absolute crazy executions, keeping them in the boundaries of how they know to be aggressive, letting the players who are being individually brilliant be themselves, and the remaining players working around the functioning of the basics of the team. Team Snakes, this is quintessential Valorant by them. This is how they play by their book. While we go to the highlights, honestly, RGE have been humbled on their own map.
Completely agree with you there. Reckoning, I believe that they didn't do enough prep work for their own home map, and they paid the price for it with their own lives. First initial 2 rounds, absolutely immaculate. They ran through the defensive side, and there was no way that Team Snakes could have stopped them. But as soon as the first 2 rounds were over, we saw a lot more of a close showing because Team Snakes, as soon as they got the buys in their hands, as soon as we saw them adapting their entire strategy, it felt like nothing could touch them.
Now, in the final round of the game, where we saw Team Snakes take the victory, we saw that Deadly was the only one who was actually on the A side. After his teammate had, left the server, the only thing that was left on that A side was a 2 HP Deadly 10 who could possibly hold on to as much as he could, and not too much, right? And the rotation was coming in so slow because we could see that Rio was actually taking a lot of time, considering that this could be a fake, even after the entire A side was taken into control. And the other 2 members, which were, which were, Bad Love and Smoker, who were coming in from that huge B-long push, were actually so slow because they were worried about the chamber utility instead of just breaking it and running through. And then there was just this individual prowess of Shooter that you just could not stop no matter what happened.
Not gonna lie, I think that Shooter just stole away the entire game. How do you go up against a player like this? Just look at this round. This round alone should give you an idea of how insane this man is.
You know, while that is true, I think that you could say that Shooter stole the show, but I think that the real man was King, because even after as many kills and highlight moments that we saw coming in from Shooter, King had 2 kills more than him. He's got 22.
The thing is that King is one of those silent players that you're never gonna be witnessing all the time. He's not super flashy, but he's so consistent that it's scary. That's why I love Chamber. You never really know what a Chamber is doing on a map until you look at the scoreboard, and then you're like, God damn it, Chamber. How are you doing this? But this shot from Smoker, man, just... Nah.
Well, Team Snakes, commendable job. Beautifully done by them. And honestly, overall, this is kind of what I was expecting. I told this earlier as well. The fact that Reckoning have actually not played Team Snakes I don't remember the last time that this roster actually faced off theirs. And that's kind of thrown them off. They did not know what to expect on Bind. They went in with their set strategies, but they were actually reused quite a bit. And in the end, it blew up in their own faces because of the unpredictability and, of course, the brilliance of King and Shooter. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen, for map number 1. While the side of Reckoning have fallen, they are still not done with this. And I'm pretty sure Icebox is going to be just as much of a competitive map as we've seen this one to be. We will be back with the LG Ultragear Business Tec Gauntlet Season 4, powered by Crucial, our gaming partner Intel, who provide the best gaming value through providing the best overall gaming experience. Follow the hashtag Game with Intel to know more, and of course our apparel partner 656. Will Reckoning make their way back? You will find it in a couple of minutes. Check out the description down below until we come back, and we will see, are they going to be dumped out of this competition in 2 maps?
from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hey guys, I'm Ankita. Welcome to Streamer Reviews, the place where you can watch gamers review the best new gaming laptops in the market. Gamers love exploring the vivid detailing of their favorite games. This demands a system that can support their immersive experience. So, we'll be checking out the Intel-powered Lenovo Legion 5, a laptop with features that let you dive into the exciting world of gaming. One of the most important aspects of the Lenovo Legion 5 is its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, with a base clock speed of 2.3 GHz up to 4.6 GHz turbo. It flaunts 8 cores, 16 threads and 24 MB cache. The Legion 5 lets you untether your gaming experience with Intel Wi-Fi 6, ensuring you can enjoy your favorite games wherever you like. Play on the go with up to 75% less latency. The Lenovo Legion AI engine optimizes performance automatically to any of the top 16 AAA games you're playing, with auto detection dynamically allocating CPU and GPU usage accordingly to get up to 15% more FPS. Speaking of senses, there's another sense that's also important for an immersive experience: sound. Thankfully, the Legion 5 has this covered as well. A pair of stereo speakers enabled with dynamic audio gives you an immersive 3D audio experience. Why wait? Get your own Lenovo Legion 5 and dive into the world of gaming today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear presents the Esports of Gauntlet Season 4, powered by Crucial, with our gaming partners being Intel. Intel delivers the best gaming value by delivering the best overall gaming experience. Make sure to follow the hashtag GameWithIntel to find out more about exactly what they're up to. And of course, check out our apparel partner 656 if you want to get a jersey like this, and also support your favorite team by using their code on checkout. But for now, we really got to talk about your favorite teams as well, because if you're favoring the side of Reckoning, it's a little bit of a tough story, because on their home map, Team Snakes were able to take another 13-7 landslide victory, where Shooter just had the best performance of his entire career, and King was that silent assassin that we had no idea that he dropped like 20, what? How many kills was that? Wait, let me double check. 22 kills, 2 kills above Shooter, who had a phenomenal performance.
Yeah, it was just absolutely brilliant. Those two guys, King and Shooter, just drove the side of RG in circles, and they were honestly left in the dust in a way that I did not expect to be happening on Bind. And I would say that this just got a whole lot more difficult for the side of Reckoning. And while Icebox can turn around, I like, we spoke about this earlier. The possibility is that we can have the side of Team Reckoning win out Icebox and they could pick up their opponent's map pick if they're feeling up for it, right? Sometimes it just doesn't work out on yours and you do it on the other one, and then eventually you see the third map come in. But here, with the way that Team Snakes are feeling, every single person on their team today is on the mark. There's nobody who's not having a good day. Even the players who do not really, shine in the spotlight did not, at least in the previous map. HSB, Abdur were doing their roles justice by giving the support with the utility that was, just absolutely top notch. Let's go to the agent selection, which possibly could be the last time for the side of Reckoning in the TC Gauntlet, but hope not. Let's hope that Ascent comes in, ladies and gentlemen, because RGE, I'm pretty sure, have a lot more in their bag than what we've seen so far. And King, well, he has locked in yet again that chamber. And Soulmate, no, come on. There's no way he's picking a Phoenix on Icebox. Nobody picks a Phoenix anywhere now.
Even your categories. Oh, okay. Sadly, you also can't pick that. I actually love the Neon on Icebox. Personally speaking, it's not a bad pickup. She holds a lot of merit and also a lot of demerit as well, but it's completely fine. We don't have to worry about that on that end. But currently, I really do believe playing it a lot more systematic is better on that end. But
well, both the teams are pretty much.
Teams, they're not still going in for the double controller setup, man. I understand you want to go in for the double sentinel, being the Sage and the Chamber. It's a good composition because you want to play with that Sage, but then again, is it a must-have to have a Sage in your lineup? I don't think so. Not anymore.
Say that sometimes in maps like these where teams are kind of reluctant, especially in our region, the South Asian region. I think teams are a little bit reluctant in order to move away from the Sage because of the amount of value just one utility of hers provides, and that's the wall, right? The wall gives, the retake opportunity, it gives post plant opportunity, it gives trying to stop off the attackers from pushing in opportunity, at the same time blocking off the tunnel opportunity. Now, when you have an agent that can do all of this, you are actually kind of reluctant to try and get somebody else to do the job that the Sage can do, and that kind of gives up the potential of that double controller setup that they could go for, which, like we spoke about earlier, C9 absolutely gave utmost justice and service to. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I think it's a lot of practicing that goes into it, a lot of scrimming that goes into having those lineups come in. And yet again, you've got Koshi with the devil horns looking to feed the side of Reckoning the same medicine that they fed them the last time. Nevertheless, this is going to be the same competition across both sides. Let's see who comes up on top. Ladies and gentlemen, possibly the final map of the lower bracket semifinals. Who is going to be coming out on top?
My God, bad love. Trying to play with fire there. He pushed his way forward to see if he can get that first initial frag off. He's not going to be able to do on much, but King, he has his own calling, maybe doing a little bit of damage. The shock dart's going to be good, but then again, King! He wanted to make a play, but he's not going to be able to get away with anything there. Gets caught out, but Shooter, he's going to be able to get a trade-off regardless. A 1-for-1. And this 1-for-1 is not a bad thing at all. And Shooter, he should be able to find one more for himself.
RGE still holding on strong to the A side. They've got three players here. And while the side of Snakes are looking for avenues towards mid, Shooter and Abdur are waiting for somebody to push in so they can punish them. He's holding strong to the B side, Badlov, and he's got just one trademark towards Kitchen to hold it off for him. They can't crawl close to him. That's one problem. So that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Taking the spike and going away and letting HSB and Soulmate maybe cause a little bit of drama towards the A side. But while I say that, they again rethink their decisions and they come back. RGE have not moved an inch from this A side. And now they're looking to get punished here But here's Pixels holding down the perfect angle, looks for more, but it's going to be so many to trade him 1% off. There's a little bit more time left, 7 seconds. The plant will go down. He needs to heal himself. The wall gets off and Smoker finds the best possible angle. Unfortunately...
Oh no. Oh no. This is bad.
Boy, Soulmate gets a little too close. Was almost about to clutch that out. Came down to a 1v1 in the end, but Bad Love wins it.
Dude, if it wasn't for the chamber trap, you'd know for a fact that Bad Love would have lost that.
Yeah,
Soulmate couldn't jump up completely. No. Soulmate couldn't jump up completely because of a slow, you can't jump properly. A jumping classic right click to the body and Bad Love was dead. You have no idea how close this situation was to being clutch. And it should not have been a clutch at all. There is no situation where that should have been a clutch. This game has a chance of getting even closer than it already is. And you can already see the force buys have come out.
Yeah. HSP holding down that Marshall is going to be faced off with one himself. D10 still holding down the angle. He's waiting. Beautiful shot. HSP expecting exactly where his opponent is going to be. But on the other side of the map, Pixels makes some moves of his own. Gets King. It's one danger man dealt with, but Shooter still alive. He has a Spectre. That's going to be troublesome. And then he dashes in. Pixels is actually wide in the open. He's not sure about where the side of Snakes are coming from. And there's the peak. Comes in. Shooter should be getting this kill, and he will. The B side's been opened up for business. There goes the wall. Abdor will get the plant. And the side of Snakes are absolutely relentless. Patience is key, and they make it work down to a T.
Deadly. They're going on a lurk, they're going on a flank, but this force buy seems to have completely shut down any hopes or dreams that they could have had. And Soulmate, he doesn't miss those shots. And Deadly, I know you have a Marshall in your hand. I know how good you are with this weapon, but I don't think you're gonna be able to do much here, buddy. You need something more, you need something better. But Shooter, he already has a better gun in his hand. Here comes the Bulldog and a double upgrade for the side of the attackers. They picked up both Bulldogs that were in hand of the defense, and they're carrying that forward into the third round where they won out on a thrifty. Not a thrifty, but you know, a force buy. But still, they got upgrades out of it, and they can carry that gun forward into the following consecutive round and get a possible 3-1 scoreline for themselves. They have the firepower, they just need to execute it properly. Keep them back. Oh, Pixels. Oh, Pixels, this is dangerous. But if you get away with it, you're an absolute Chad.
No way he gets... Oh! He was actually so close to getting that kill. King was real close to death there. He touches it and gets back to life. And oh my god, HSP. Amazing shot. Looking for more, but Bad Love delivers one right back to him. There comes King. And it's a battle of the chambers. Okay. Okay.
What?
Come on. Ah, Bad Love. He instills the diff. The chamber diff has been initiated, and it's gonna be Bad Love to come out on top. RGE might have done a little bit of a dent, but it's still the side of Snakes to win the round.
This King was having some fun over there, right? Throws out a classic, throws out everything, pseudo flash, take a swing. Hey, if you get away with it, you get away with it, right? It works.
Yep. Well, let's see how it does end up for the side of the defense now. They are yet again on a very scrappy buy. Deadly 10 is just on his Sheriff, looking to maybe get his ultimate, but he is towards the wrong place to get it. Shooter. He has the support of that drone to spot out a player for him, and look at where Bad Love's gone. He's got mid-control all for himself, but he's been detected himself. Gets away, and Shooter's already taken control of the B side, and this is huge. He gets this kill onto Smoker. That is the side that he's gonna get control of. Runs in for a little bit more, but it will be stopped in his tracks. Deadly 10's being spammed, down to 12 HP, he's gone. And RGE is struggling to keep control of this B site.
fact that Smokers are one to die. Now they don't even have a heal to try and top off Deadly. The angles are already being given away, and Badlove needs to jump in towards the side to get away from it all. Soulmate, though, he could have stayed inside of the side to sell the fake a little bit here. But then again, the rotations are being read. They're making their way down over towards the A side, but already Pixels is present to try and stop this. But Pixels, how long can you hold? How long can you survive against something like this? Abdur, he didn't jump down. He's still gonna hold, and this is a free plant for them.
Oh boy, Abdur's been the only one left. Suddenly this round's turned around on his feet. And now we have Abdur. Gets the one, but that's all it's gonna be. Pixels drops him dead, and thanks to that Viper spit. Okay, I thought he knew. I thought he was just having fun there.
It took him a little bit there. He was like, wait, why can't I get up here? Why can't I get up here? Your cat. He also wants to get on your lap. Just show your cat some love.
I did. And she's run away like a crazy cat. Well, as crazy as my cat is, Reckoning need to be just as much today. In this map, they need to throw pinballs, off balls, googlies, given whatever variations of tricks and tactics that they have to make this work. They need Icebox, and they need it desperately. So far, it's been a little equal on either side, and Deadly tries to make it not so. Abdur gets Shooter back on his feet. But this double operator, forgive me, a single operator setup, but rather double thanks to Badlove's ultimate, has given them a lot more control than they would have thought that they'd initially get. Deadly 10 holding down the angle, waiting for somebody to walk into his crosshair. Side of Team Snakes are being very careful about this. They don't want to really face him off head on. And Abdur's walking in towards a line of fire that is held down by Rio. Badlove comes in, but Shooter and SHB. I just spelled his name wrong, even though it's 3 letters, but he did everything right. I said SHB, didn't I?
Yeah, SHB. That sounds like an expansion of a game that I play. But we don't talk about that. Poor old HSB is going to be feeling that one. Possibly entering into your Instagram DMs soon enough. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram. But then again, it's 3 versus 1, and it's pretty tough. It's going to be rough. But then again, comes a swing from Shooter. He's looking for one more kill. And hey, Pixels, he's just gonna wait. He's just gonna chill. Maybe find a free kill for himself. But Shooter, he knows he has a tingling sensation that, hey, Pixels, he could be holding from the underside of the tube. But then again, no swings whatsoever. He wants to save this gun. He wants it.
Well, that's 2 and 3, and just that small little burst of frags that came in through for the side of Snakes made way for that A side to be taken. While Abdur did get traded off immediately, Shooter and HSB came up from top, and they found the kills onto Badlove, who should have actually connected a shot that I think he missed very closely. And that, in turn, has thrown them again into rather semi-buy of sorts. They've got a Bulldog and a Phantom. And Deadly 10's playing along with his knives. This is a B-take that looks to be under charge here. Pixels needs to be the man to stop this. He's the one with the one good weapon to help it all out. And Deadly, he needs to be just as deadly with his knives. He's hit one. He's losing all of his knives. And now he needs to connect a headshot to get his knives back. And that's a very difficult situation to be put in. Yeah, his knives are gone. The plant's gonna go down. The wall's up. There's no way this post plant is gonna get away from them. Snakes are in control. 5 versus 5 retake. How do you do this, Reckoning?
That's gonna be tough. The wall has also been broken from one side, and possible entry here. Swinging out. Shooter fighting for a bit more than you can chew over here, buddy. He's not gonna be fighting that one for long. Backing on off. So many players are trying to fight this. Shut it all down one by one. Soulmate's gonna be good for 2 up. There's gonna be able to take out 2 more for himself. Smoker's the only one who found 1 kill, but that's it. The body's just dropped. There's no way to retake this side. They have no information. And they're just dropping like flies because of it.
2-4. There is ultimates available on both sides, one of which being the resurrection for Smoker. And Rio is probably going to be getting his ultimate this round as well, if at all he goes for that ultimate orb, gets a kill. But he's been having a very rough game so far. His ultimate orbs have been farmed from him being dead most of the time, but here's bad luck. Beautiful kill and teleport back. A trade should come in, but Rio does not let that happen. And there's the Hunter's Fury being activated. Bots out 2 players. They know exactly where their opponents are, RGE, and they're going in for this, but this is a difficult one. Do not take these 1v1 fights because HSP will punish you. Now it's a 4 vs 2. HSP is down low though, and he cannot take these fights anymore. Soulmate has to make something work. And he's lost his teammate. Soulmate goes for 1, looking for the clutch, wants to try and get this to work. He's not gonna give up that easy. 1 vs 3. But what he doesn't know is probably gonna kill him. And that's Pixels coming on the backstab. He actually is not too keen on going up and above to try and get this kill. Moving into the back lines. Soulmate. He is being patient about this. Pixels is confused. Does not know where to look. Not know where Soulmate is. Soulmate, oh, he spots out 1. He knows where he is, and now he's looking for that kill. Spotted out. And killed as well. Smoker makes the most of it. Picks up a better weapon. RGE live another round. They are not going to be toyed with this easily.
Are being differentiated more and more over time. And Reckoning at this point, they need to figure out a solid game plan that's going to give them an edge here. Yeah, they won out on 1 round, but can't celebrate that just yet. Still a 3 and 4 scoreline. There's still a lot of opportunities for the side of Team Snakes to get away with it, but Rio, he's going to be able to get away with murder instead on his own accord. Double kills from both sides, and it is going to be a triple.
Spike down.
Bad luck. He's going to swing his way forward and deny the resurrection, and because of that, it's a 3 vs 2, but could be a 2 vs 2 with any second. Soulmate, he still has the corner. He's going to take a swing. He has the timing, but no, he doesn't have the shot. Soulmate, these are the shots that you cannot miss, buddy. And Bad Luck, he's now online. He's now back on server, and he means business. Here comes a spam, here comes a kill, here comes a bodies as well, and Balop gets a 4K to end everything off. Beautifully done from the chamber. He single-handedly dismantled any form of a push that were mounted up on towards that B side. Shut everything down, and now the coach is gonna take a pause to give that pep talk to the team, possibly with demonic horns, or no?
Nah, this time, yeah, he's just going through the motions with those filters at this point. He's having them on a loop. He's got a what's that right called? Wait, oh my god, have I actually forgotten one of the best highlights of my childhood? Wait, are you joking? What is that where you sit and it takes you in a circle and it goes all the way up and down? A Ferris wheel. Oh yeah, forgive me.
Merry-go-round or
A Ferris wheel. A Ferris wheel. A Ferris wheel of filters. Where it's going all across. And Coach Blue, right now, he can't afford to have fun.
Here.
They need to be careful.
Right mouse. I think he's using the exact same mouse as me.
Wow. Wow. Aggressive. People can buy other mouse? Same as you? Damn.
That's why I'm better than you. I got the better mice.
Hey. No need to get salty. No need to get salty.
Who will I spot first?
Caster only tournament win.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yeah, we'll see when that happens. But for now, Abdul!
Oh my god! Abdur, you gotta be careful. Bad Luck playing very aggressive!
Are
and
you
he's getting
joking?
murder here. Bad Luck, you're an absolute menace. He's been doing so much for his team, and he has been the one to instigate so many of these fights, and he's been getting away with it all as well. This resurrection has been online for the last 4 rounds, and no one can even use it at Pixels. He also needs business here. One by one, the bodies are gonna drop, and it's gonna be Pixels to reap away the souls. And now, Soulmate, it's all up to you. You've been in so many clutch situations, but this clutch, I think it's far beyond anything that he's going to be capable of.
Well, he should be able to spot out at least one of them on top. Doesn't currently look like it. He's playing along with the motions, trying to find information. Gets one. That's Soulmate's first kill. While the revive is still available, and it looks like he might just go for it. Bad Love is going to be revived. Forgive me, it's going to be Rio. But just about in time for Deadly to get the advantage of that distraction and find the frag. 5 and 4, and RGE find the lead for the first time in this map.
They've now gotten their foothold back, but then again, Icebox is a pretty defender-sided map when you run this composition. You're running a double sentinel comp, and because of this, it's just gonna get even more difficult down the line. Down.
Eyes up.
It's still a 5 and 4, so it's okay. Nothing to really worry about on that end. But then again, Deadly, he's trying to see if he can get away with something else here. Positions are good. It's all primed up. Shooter is making his way up a little bit further than he should, because now that the Viper Spit is here this deep in towards the sideline, they can't push the A site anymore. They need to give this up. They need to show respect where respect is deserved. Because Pixels, he's not gonna give away this entire sideline without at least one death happening from the side of the attack.
Well, the round is a little bit of a stalemate at this point. Viper Spit has slowed things down for the attack. Shooter is hoping that one player makes a wrong move and moves up ahead for a kill and gets punished for it. Deadly still holding on. The piece has actually been taking control of. Badlov is playing a little passively. He's looking for the damage that he's been causing so far. But on the other side, Badlov, he's gonna get one, but immediately traded off. There's no way he's getting away from there. And now it's on to Shooter. Shooter runs,
Oh my god.
but he's been found. I think he's been heard. There's no way he's going away from you. Shooter wins the duel. Oh, Pixels. This man still held his ground. Such a patient player, but on the other side of things, his teammates need to find these kills, and they do. Shooter's coming from mid, and he needs to get a little bit of value. One of them has the defuse being stuck, but there's no way Shooter's gonna be stopping it. Oh man, Pixels, he saves the round by letting Shooter stay on the A side for an extra couple of seconds, trying to take a fight.
I think that if Soulmate just stayed behind yellow and didn't even peek, he would have been fine. He already killed the player on the left-hand side of yellow. He knows for a fact no one's pushing him from the other side, but the fact that he still took a fight against a player holding from the top side of the container. Ouch. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, bad luck. Spots out 2.
I love this angle. It's one of my favorites. But then again, you gotta hit that first shot and then you just have to retreat. If you stay there for too long, you're just gonna be an unbelievable.
Well, Pixels looking to be the anchor for this hold. He's been spotted though, and King takes him out, and this is exactly what they needed. Shooter gets one more, and now it's a 4v2 that is a little bit too difficult for them to maybe come back from. Deadly's been spotted out as well. He's got an operator that he hopefully would want to save. He's looking for some exit frags to work with, and Shooter could be, nope, he could be the first of them. It's gonna be the case. It's gonna be HSB. One more to worry about. That was a little too close for comfort, but King does take him down. 6 and 5. This half could essentially end out on ground 0. And that, honestly, is a very good thing for the side of Team Snakes. Because on defense, they're going to be a lot more potent. Their track book actually varies a lot more on the defense than it does on the attack.
There's a lot of different avenues that you really need to worry about, especially on the map of Icebox. And because of the fact that you only have one controller, you can't really play as unpredictable as you wanted. This composition is so heavily defense favored that it's kind of dumb. But then again, if there's players like Badlove who just casually walk into the B main sidelines, he's like, oh, I own the place now. I don't care. Badlove, he's been
You will
taunted.
not
He needs to
kill
start
my
caring.
ally.
He needs to start running back, and they need to show respect for this. 3 players are present
Get out
on
of
this
my
B
way.
side. They know for a fact the A side's quite empty to try and take a fight on.
But look at where Deadly's sitting with an operator. He's sitting in that
Who's
little
the
corner, and that's the
generator?
problem. That's the problem.
Generator, no, Deadly.
Yeah, that's a very odd spot. He could have played a little bit more passive. I feel like he could have played from his own spawn, played for a retake, maybe wait for his opponents because he does have an operator. And if he gets pushed on, oh, he's getting away. And look at this. They know where Badlove is. Shooter's been pushed off of his position though. And now there's an attack coming in from both sides of the defense. Shooter, beautifully connected knife. And now they're taking the fight to Smoker. There's no way he's getting out of there. Badlove tries to go for a little bit of heroic play.
God.
Gets cleated midair. And beautiful, exquisite stuff from the side of
Switching sides.
Team Snakes.
Man, Shooter is just built in a different manner. Like, what are these shots? That Blade Storm kill was immaculate. And the fact that we even caught it on cam, just look at this. The man just insta-flicked on his head, tapped casually and just went back down. He's like, oh, another day in the office. I'm just playing Valorant out here. We're not even playing Valorant, we're playing England.
Well, this is the best score that the side of Snakes could have hoped for. They were probably hoping for a little more, but now they're on defense, so they're going to have no problem. They win this pistol, they get things back in control is exactly what they're hoping for. And RGE need their players to shine. Deadly 10 having a little bit of a quiet game as a Jet. Not really having the impact that he should be. But hopefully with this attack he does. And their Shooter, he takes Badlove down. And that's one of the people on this team who've been causing the utmost damage to be sent to the other world. And the HSP's got one. Smoker pressures on Soulmate. And HSP's gone as well. But that doesn't mean that the side of Snakes are still out of the game. The 3 versus 2, they're putting as much pressure on these players to not get that spike down. The wall goes up, that's some sort of cover. And Smoker maybe should just go for the plant instead of trying to peek for another kill.
Spike
He's
planted.
already made his way up, and this should be enough information for them to make their way down forward. Spots out one of the players, but the shots are not gonna connect. But instead, Abdur shuts down Deadly before he can even take a breath here. Smoke up from one side, one on the left and one on the right. You have
Yeah,
nowhere
there's
to
no way
run,
he's getting away.
and there's nowhere to hide. That's a 6 and 6, and that's gonna be a 7 and 6 going in favor of the side of the defense.
Was that important?
A strong start from second half.
Yep. Good start, a strong start indeed, and this is exactly what they needed. Now they've got control. Are the side of RG going to be reinforcing into this round? It looks like it. 2 players have already bought, and there's a third, and this is heavy commitment. Thanks to the spike that they did get down, they are looking to maybe exploit the side of Team Snakes. See what I did there?
No. No, don't bring back bad memories for this other. They're just chilling. Let them chill. Because for now, they're gonna be the snakes in the grass. And HSB is gonna be the one to
King. Look. What? Okay, this is a problem. Getting a little too aggressive for your own good can throw you off multiple ways. And Pixels, you could have gotten that kill, but Soulmate at least reconvenes for 1. That is still 3v3. Held in control. There is the Vandal still on their hands as well. So Shooter's going to be trying to make the most out of the situation. Losing that Vandal is the worst thing that could happen right now. He's on 11 HP. It's time for them to shift up weapons, exchange those weapons. HSB needs to drop it down to Shooter and get the Vandal for himself. Oh, did Soulmate see him?
Yeah, Soulmate.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, he saw him.
These are the calls coming now. But HSB is gonna hold on A.
Oh man.
This is an A-side hit. There's no way they're rotating this.
Yep. HSB's playing it safe. They've already called it for to be a
30
retake.
seconds left.
I still don't know why they haven't exchanged weapons between each other. Shooter on 11 HP can't really do much. But I do hope he proves me wrong.
Spike planted.
Plant goes down. 3 versus 3. Shooter needs to be careful. That's a beautiful informational kill. Smoker needs to be careful. Gets the kill that he needs. Now he goes in, looks up on top, the wrong direction, and now Rio can't do anything. Yep.
Planted for him. What the? No, dude. No, you can't make that up. Why?
They had control of the site. Why wouldn't they go for a little bit of an open plan? Nobody was there on site. They knew it. They knew that Shooter had rotated away. They knew that HSB was playing towards, the backside of his own site, towards his spawn. They could have gone for a little bit of an open plan next to the Sage wall, maybe, if not towards, default. And Rio, unfortunately, him walking in, by the time he would have even gone in, I think it would have been defused anyway. Bad Love, while he does get a kill, immediately comes through a trade. And the sort of fear that RGE are getting, and thrusted in, it's a little difficult for them because you can see they're a little hesitant on taking fights. But as soon as I say that, Pixels, he gets one. And that could have been a very nasty kill on to Shooter as well. But here's King, Soulmate. Both of them get it. There's a 1 kill from Smoker, looking for more. 2 versus 2. They're dropping weapons like it's hotcakes. While the spike is dropped in front of him.
King has 3 bullets. They're gonna go and pick up the guns on mid. This is smart. They're not gonna overcommit to anything. They're just gonna wait. They're just gonna chill. Heal does come through for King, so he can finally relax and be like, hey, we got the angle, we got the fight.
You
it's
will
okay.
not kill my allies.
That's a resurrection. That's 1 more body to work with. And it's a 3 versus 2 situation, and King's just got a lot more heated. But then again, as soon as it was a 3 versus
30
2,
seconds left.
it's already a 2v2, and King, he needs to use his teleport. I still don't see it, but Abdur with a beautiful off angle. He's gonna be good for 1, and he's looking for his final. Abdur, he's just playing the mind games out here. One on the front, and the crossfire set up. Angles are already prime, and that's a kill for King. Played it down to perfection, and the magic number is now on the scoreboard as well. 6 and 9, ladies and gentlemen, and we can already see that this other team Snakes, they're out here to play.
Well, this is a nice scoreline. And I think that the side of Snakes are going to be very happy with it as well. There's one thing that you do have to notice about, these boys from Pakistan, and that's their adaptability to play in multiple crossfire positions, even when the game is at a very, intense situation. Like the one that Abdur and King just had, they positioned themselves perfectly. As soon as Abdur got that first kill, they knew what was happening. But as soon as I talk about that, Shooter's taking a lot of pressure. And,
Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
Come on, Abdur. He's woken up.
Keep on doing it. Why not? Shooter. 1 more. Oh, no. You saw nothing. I saw nothing. Okay.
No, we did see something, but he just walked away from his crosshair. That's about it. While there was a push from Soulmate onto B, RG are crippled right now, aren't they? They have nowhere to go. They can't go into the A side. They cannot even rotate over to B because they saw Soulmate so far up the B side, pushing up. Their only option is mid. That's where they're gonna go. Mid to B execute, it seems like. Pixis is gonna walk through. He might just find kitchen empty. Soulmate is walking towards the side. All he needs to do, keep a little bit of a clean touch on that side. No, peeking was the wrong answer. Abdur walks out, gets peeked. He does save himself for the moment. But this 3v3 is a difficult one. Deadly finds a good kill. How has this turned around?
Spike
Small
planted.
mistakes every single single time. It's the small mistakes. This really. You gave up mid, you gave up B main, and you just started rushing into corners as if the enemy team's not gonna hold anything. You cannot make rookie level mistakes like this. HSB, he's gonna try to run away and try and save this gun. He will be able to regardless of the situation. But then again, it's not looking that good for him now, is it? He's only gonna have 2,000 credits. He can buy himself one more shock guard and full armor, but his team, yeah, they're gonna need to rely on his hero vandal a little bit more to try to get out of this sticky situation. Yeah, they have enough to go in for buys, but the buys are not gonna be favorable for them.
7 and 9. Another round for the side of RG to try to bank upon, make up their economy. And while they do have their opponents on a little bit of a stricken buy, half buy should be coming in. Shooter will have his blades to work with. There's also a revive available, and Soulmate has his Viper Spit. A very doable round if at all they are allowing HSB to be the hero. It looks like it's going to be towards the A side. They are pushing up, and oh, look at Shooter. He's put out Smoker, and that slow up is practically wasted. And Shooter, for information, goes out for the peak, dashes away. Deadly 10 though. He's been crawled up on close to by HSB. And RGE are reading this side. They do want to go to the B side, but there's a lot of reinforcements here. Very slow, and HSB could get the jump on Deadly. Somebody else. They have no clue. Nobody's looking after them. HSB. He's sitting in the perfect position to get at least one frag. Bad Love takes one though. Bad Love takes two. He must get a third, but Soulmate takes him out. And while HSB's crawled up towards mid, this is turned around. Deadly's behind the lurker now. But HSB is far too gone for him to try and do anything. Soulmate's lost his life to the shock dart.
30 seconds left.
And Abdur,
Last player standing.
he's left alone because Deadly's caught up to HSB. That small little slip up towards mid has been taken care of.
Spike planted.
1 versus 3. And he can go for the revive, but at this point, probably pointless. A couple of exit frags will sum up this entire round though.
This point is just
No
about the
charges
last
left.
couple of kills. Abdur, he's gonna be good for one, but this time he's just done for. Take an angle, take a fight. You're not gonna need it for that one. Deadly extends and you got a shot. Shutting down the final player, 8 and 9 on the scorecards, and the scoreline's getting closer and closer with Reckoning slowly but surely building it up one piece at a time. And now, it's gonna be a pause being taken by Kashi from their side. Let's see what kind of background he has and what kind of pep talk he's gonna give to his team.
Yeah,
The
it's
majestic
the
game.
it's the all focusing one. He is focused.
He's the all-father.
Yep. He is very focused right now, Kashi. Hoping that his team is the same. While the scoreline is very close to what exactly they would, what RGE would have expected it to be. The entire situation for the side of RGE is a little bit of a grim one. They need this round and they need it desperately. And the side of Snakes have a full controlled buy. They are gonna exploit the best use of. Let's see what Coach Blue and his boys have got up in their sheets of paper. Strategies in this round. 8 and 9. This is probably the most important round for RGE. They need to win this. Economy is built up so they can afford quite a bit in the next round. And Deadly's taken out one. Immediate trade back though. Viper Spit activated. And immediately stop Pixels. He's actually
They heard the
crawled
footsteps. They
past.
heard the footsteps.
Yeah, they most certainly did. They know he's here,
Oh, yeah.
and he's gonna get absolutely demolished for that. There's no way Pixels could have gotten away with that. And they've lost a player almost for free. Why would that happen? And they've brought back their own player. While the ultimate does go through, HSB just gets off clean, man. A little too late, Rio. And HSB puts his own a little too late.
Shooter, 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 shooter! At least he got the win.
Well, Abdur does get one, but Bad Love will trade back in the form of a second. 3 versus 2. They shouldn't have gone this far at all. It was a 5v3. Bad Love now needs to be the hero. Looks for one, does not connect. Abdur, absolutely relentless with his shots in this map of Icebox. Has been giving it to his opponents left, right, and center. He's on 20 kills now. 20 kills, 10 deaths, and 10 assists as well.
With these Sentinel players just being an absolute Chad on Icebox, I don't understand.
I mean, they are meant for this. It is a double Sentinel for a reason they picked on there. That shock dart is going to allow him for 1 kill. No more though. Yep.
Hold it. You have a half kill this match.
Well, they're a little bit more disciplined, it seems. They don't really want to let one player take all the bullets if at all he loses. Second player has to be there for the trade-off. And that's exactly what they did. That round honestly shouldn't have even gone that close aggressive. They were 5-3 up, 5 versus 3. They lost one player a little too carelessly. Shooter was left all alone, and he did not cover up for his close angles. And Badlov escaped as the reason, and he was able to find 2 kills on the back of it. Little too close for comfort, hitting home it seems. But while it does get that close, they are able to shut down their rounds. No, Rio! Why did he peek?
No, Deadly! Deadly! Yo, he just ran in from the side of it, and Deadly's gonna be able to get the first initial kill. The through the process is completely nullified. And now they're stuck between a rock and a hard play shooter. He's still able to shut down Bad Love, though it's a trade for a trade, and Deadly is trying to be the instigator for this round. He's trying to switch everything out as fast as he possibly can here. But look at the position being held by Abdur!
Dude, no way! He hits all those shots that he did for all these rounds, and then he misses that.
Hey, sometimes the easiest shots are the hardest to hit. And now Shooter, he's like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna hug my operator, I'm gonna go into my corner, and I'm just gonna sing myself a lullaby. Universe, sing a lullaby.
No. I'm not gonna do that.
What? What?
Oh, they... Okay.
They don't have money.
No, they
Why?
do. It's...
No.
They... I mean, 2 of them don't. They have... I don't know why all of them give up their lives to the spike. Now they're playing on... Maybe they were banking upon the fact that their opponents wouldn't have money either. And they let themselves be gobbled up by the spike. Because you can see that the side of RGE do have better weaponry. Shooter's the only one who has something significant in order to fight. Well, Deadly is going for that mid peak yet again. Gets 1 hit, but not too much. Again, that mid to B rush seems to be working out for them. Abdur, while the wall has covered himself from B main, he's got pressure coming in from behind him pretty soon. He's going to be playing close up, but he's got a tail, and that tail is going to kill him. 5 versus 4. Shooter's going to be absolutely rendered useless.
Last player standing.
Round done and dusted. 10 and 10, ladies and gentlemen. Can overtime be on the cards here?
Like it's the age-old Valorant curse. You win out on your opponent's map, and there's a high possibility of you losing on your. It's rough, it's tough, but then again, it's a pretty difficult situation to try and get yourself out of. This was a semi-buy round for the side of Team Snake, so even though they did not buy up fully in the last round, they're still missing a little bit of credits when it comes down to normal buys, and Shooter is playing a glass cannon operator. should be able to get away with it because of the way that he plays, but Shooter's been not having the most explosive of performances, but he's still trying to do what he can. Hopefully in this round his operator is going to be able to pay dividends because they need him to shine. If they lose this round, that's basically a match point position.
HSB being pushed back, but Shooter still holding his line. All he needs right now is one kill. He was almost baited into a shot. The reactions on that man. The way he just tracked him as soon as he came onto his screen. RGE has slowed things down again. 40 seconds left on the clock, and they're going again for this mid to B push. Aggressive, do you think they're overusing this a little too much at this point?
I believe so. They're hitting this B side quite often. Destroyed. He needs to be the one to find one. He doesn't find anything. Gets a little bit of information, but that information needs to be capitalized upon. Abdur, one shot missed, and you're just gone. That's gonna be King getting the first. He's looking for more. Spots out another player. He needs to hit this shot though, but deadly. That was perfect. He knew that he just needed to run away. He did not take a fight. He did not overheat at all. Because of that, he's going to be able to get away, get into a better position, but still the man disadvantage is on the cards regardless. Utility has been used, positions are already known, and they're just going to hold. They should be able to get it. Beautiful shot on towards the face of Pixels, and now it's just cleanup. That's going to be another, and King's going to be able to get away with it. This is Burner on its finest. The King with the 3K just shuts everything down. 10 and 11, ladies and gentlemen. The games are heating up. The rounds are getting closer and closer. But still, Reckoning, they still have one more bye to work with. But if they lose here, Universe, you know what's going to happen to them.
Yep. This is do or die situation right now for RGE. They win this, they keep themselves alive. They lose this round, might as well say bye-bye to the gauntlet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one round that's probably going to give them a chance to stay alive in this lower bracket semi-final. Maybe a chance to go to Ascent. But if they lose this, it's match point. And everything that they've hoped for so far is gonna be destroyed. Shooter gives him a pinpoint damaging shot to the head. While there is a revive available, HSP is trying to get it done. He does not connect it to anybody. But RGE have been slowed and humbled in this A push. They are gonna be going back, trying to read into different avenues. While they have left Pixels to get information here. He's been spotted, and there's no way he's getting away from here. Soulmate finds the kill. Pixels jumps to his own death, and Abdur has got the B side covered up. He hears the sound of the wall cracking. He gets to safety. Now they play on a retake.
Hold them down for as long as you possibly can. That's a slow picking Abdur.
Ooh! There was no wall available. Now the wall comes up. But it's on the other side. Oh, they should have gotten that kill. Smoker. Why did Bad Love not take that?
Bad Love. Bad Love. Why did you not swing that? He was reloading.
What? And now he's been detected as well. He will get away. He's still a little safe, but he's stuck in that corner. Bad Love still gets one though, and that is a trade coming in. 3 versus 2. The mid region is being howled upon by Deadly, and the defuse is being stuck. He doesn't care, King, about this. He's trying to get away. It's a half-stuck defuse here, and Shooter's going for it. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be it, but RGE survive. Bad Love, though. What the hell was that right there?
No, you just don't put your teammate in that situation. Bad Love, you heard the reload. You could have just swung out and instantly got a kill out of it as well, but he didn't want to give up his position. There is nothing. There is no situation where you tell yourself that, hey, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna let my teammate die. The wall just broke and you still didn't peek?
Deadly in a bout with Shooter, who will get away somehow. Soulmate eats a bit of a damage as well. HSP will take one down though. And Bad Love's got up door towards the B side. King perfectly positioned, not expected at all Badlov goes down. That's still a 4 versus 3. They are in control, even though their buy is scrappy from top to bottom. And Pixels hoping to be the one kryptonite at the side of... Oh, Team Snakes are probably hoping not to come true. Here's one. Soulmate holding down his line, looking for more, gets away. All he needs to do right now is stay safe. There's a backstab coming in. And what a goddamn play. An eco round busted up on Pixels. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this is too much for my heart to handle.
Match point.
It just... I don't think our medical bills are being paid by teams. This game is too many emotions. Way too many emotions being thrown at us.
Well, there is a lot of tension in the air right now, and Soulmate decides to throw in a little bit of toxin with the tension. And Pixels has already gone down. Bad love. No way you push a smoke pit like that, which is deteriorating your health with an operator, my friend. What sort of a decision is that, Bad love? The last 2 rounds have been questionable, while the entire map has been pretty good for him so far. What the hell was that? And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I might have to say that this is GG's right here. Unless Rio gets a free kill through the smoke, which seems unlikely, RGE have been put in a situation where they are afraid to peek out of certain angles. Deadly is being very careful about every single nook and corner that he can spot. And it's just about time that this goes down as a 2-0 victory for Snakes, and they progress to the lower bracket finals here. RGE need a hero. That has to be Deadly. He's had a rather quiet game. He did pick it up in the second half. 20 kills for him now, but he needs a lot more. There's a 1. There's 2. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodnight. It is Team Snakes going to the lower bracket finals of the TC Gauntlet Season 4.
Expect the last round to go like this. It was on an 11 and 12 scoreline. There was a chance for them to go into overtime, but none of that happened. Smiles on everyone's faces. Team Snakes, they just did what they could. HSB is probably going on his Twitter right now, but at the end of the day, it's the man with the pirate hat being the one to take it all away. Hopefully he can give us a smile, but sadly we're not going to see that.
Well,
It's pretty rough.
Pretty rough. That was a heavy game to take in. But hey, it was Team Snake's overall domination, control of the game, keeping intact with the fact that RGE couldn't handle a bit of salt being thrown into an already salty water. When the balance is upturned by what the side of Team Snakes were doing, there's absolutely nothing that came under RGE's, testing belt. Go to the highlights. It's been quite a series, but RGE officially, ladies and gentlemen, have been knocked out of the TC Gauntlet Season 4.
It's lost hope at the very end, I do believe. That's one of the main issues with the team being this young, with the players being this young as well. That they don't have the fortitude, the mental fortitude in that sense, to just keep a set going. All of these sets were long. And imagine this situation, Reckoning, they could have easily closed this out. They could have gotten a 13 and 11, or maybe even a 12 and 12, maybe even a 15, 16, 15 and 17 and 15, sorry, and just made things work out for themselves. But to play another map, do they have the fortitude for it? Are they ready for something like that? I really do believe that the team needs to work on its discipline factor, and the fact that Team Snakes, they were much more of the experienced roster that gave them the edge here. They know how to play best of threes. They've been playing best of threes throughout their entire career, and they're able to just play around it smoothly. But on the other side, Reckoning, they started to falter. They broke down mentally because of it.
they pretty much had a very, very difficult time keeping themselves in control while they were getting a couple of aim duels towards their way thanks to Bad Love. I think towards the end, Bad Love just went, you know, I don't even know what to say. What that was. I think something just hit his head and he just completely went, AWOL from what he should be doing, running into a Viper's Pit with a tour de force like that. My word. RGE had chances, but I think in the end, they just kind of threw it away.
To say here. 13-7 and a 13-11. Reckoning they had it. They could have easily taken this map away for themselves, but Team Snakes, just through their resistance and of course their experience, they were able to come out on top. And of course, Shooter and then Abdur, these two people just shot up massively. First initial game, it was King. And on the second game, man, you know for a fact that you snap your fingers and you're gonna be surprised seeing the Sada Shooter on the top somewhere. As a Jet player, he does phenomenal entries, and I really do believe that he's one of the best Jets in our country to just do raw entries alone. It's insane the way that all of this is playing out. And the fact that this is how it's all going to be going down, moving on down the line. And if he's able to give this level of performance against the side of True Rippers, it's just going to get even better. Let's head on down over towards the brackets, ladies and gentlemen. See it one last time before the lower bracket finals tomorrow. Who's going to be setting their dates against Enigma? We never really know until we actually see the match.
Team Snakes, this is going to be a revenge match for them. They got beat by True Rippers 2-0 in the upper bracket semifinals. And this is one place where they're going to be coming in strong. This team does not look like they're going to be backing down without making themselves seen in that grand finals. And if I was True Rippers, I would be very, very, very concerned watching this match because this has been quite a performance from Team Snakes. And they need to be prepared. They need to be ready. They need to get out whatever they can in terms of strats tomorrow. Because True Rippers, there is a storm coming.
Plays out like that. And at the end of the day, and it all just plays out like that. And at the end of the day, you just gotta give it up. And hey, a round of applause for the side of Reckoning. They went far. They went really far. We thought that they would be the ones to reach the finals and possibly take out Enigma, but they were just not ready for it. Not just yet. They need more time to develop. They need more time to gain experience. And hopefully, as they evolve more and mature more as a team, they're going to be able to take it to the next big step. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for you for today. But tomorrow, we have an intense banger of a match that you really don't want to miss. So make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and also hit that notification bell to get notified when we do go live so you don't miss out on any of the action, because the final 2 days of the Tec Gauntlet Season 4 is going to be coming right around the corner, and you know for a fact that you don't want to miss out on any of the action. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive with Universe signing on off. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for sticking by us for so long, because this best of 3 wasn't the thing that went down to 3 maps, but it was intense as all hell. A lot of plays, a lot of shots that will be going up on our Instagram. So make sure to follow us there at @TSC. All the links down below in the description. And when you are checking the description below, make sure to check out Crucial and of course our sponsors, being our gaming partners being Intel, because Intel delivers the best gaming value by delivering the best overall gaming experience. Make sure to follow the hashtag #GameWithIntel to find out more about what they're up to. If you want to get yourself a jersey, check out 656 as well. But for now, we're going to be signing on off with the LG Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 4 powered by Crucial. Our gaming partners are Intel, and our apparel partners are 656. Good night and happy gaming, everyone.
One, two, three, let's go.